Alright, so we're inside the cab. This is going to be the chapter 2 of the EDC truck. EDC truck. So just to overview, this is what my truck looks like, because we have kids, so we have car seats and all that fun stuff, and so it's gonna be dirty. That's just part of owning a truck. I've already anticipated that before I bought the truck, so that's that. So I'm gonna walk you through a couple of stuff in here. We'll start with the driver side. So on the driver's side, I'm actually gonna go out here. This is where I keep my EDC pouch that I made a video for Father's Day. If you want to see that video, we'll put it on the link. And then on the door panel, I just keep a mechanic's gloves. I like keeping my hands dry, free of dirt, and not too but this is like a good all-purpose glove, so I keep it here, so in case I'm loading something, I just grab it there. I do have a gloves in the back, as you can see on the truck, but this is just emergency gloves. A mask from during the COVID-19 times, not fun. I just keep it in here. The best mask, by the way, is the one that your wife makes out of like pillowcases, because they're soft and it feels like you're sleeping. That's just my opinion. And then a small umbrella with our name in it, because people steal umbrella. It's like Japan. Yeah, those umbrella, you don't have to buy them. Sometimes if you work in like a retail company, or they give this for like employee appreciation and stuff, so keep those. You can buy them too, but I just don't like getting wet if I'm not wearing a hoodie. That's what I have in there. Relatively not too crowded. I like this open space. Just because it's empty doesn't mean you have to fill it. And then under the driver's side seat is our fire extinguisher. This is just a 2-pound Marine and Auto and Marine. That's kind of hard to say. 2-pound fire extinguisher. This is rated for for cars and boats. Just a tip: when you buy a fire extinguisher, put the day you bought it, just so you have an idea and you're not keeping a fire extinguisher that's like 10 years old, because sometimes that's the part of it is not safe when using a very old fire extinguisher. So every now and then, just check them. I haven't mounted it. It does have like this mounting plate or whatever. I haven't mounted it here because it just sits great in there. It doesn't rattle or whatsoever. So great. Let's go back inside. So on our dashboard, nothing too custom, nothing too fancy in terms of like phone holders. Speaking of phone holders, I do have a phone holder. It's a Pro clip that mounts on like the seams of like the dashboard and stuff. Because I choose this specific phone clip or holder instead of the one on the windshield, mainly because I don't like anything obstructing my vision when I'm driving. So that's part of the reason why I got the Pro clip, and it's easy to install. It's not sponsored. I just like their product. In a Ram truck, there is a center console that I'll show you what's inside, and then there's like this drawer thingy. This is where I keep my emergency flashlight that has a seatbelt cutter. Yep, and it has a magnetic bottom, so in case you have to work on the tire, you can stick it on the fender wall and you can change your tire. And it comes with a glass breaker. I think I got this in Sam's Club. It's one of those like Energizer battery thing that comes with something. I used to have an actual glass breaker and all that stuff, but this is kind of like a multi-tool, so I keep it here. And then I just keep my keys for my like the hitch lock, mailbox, and all that fun stuff, and the locks for the suitcase over here. Not too crowded, huh? That's what I like. And then on the center, I just have a gum. I like to pick my tooth teeth while driving. That's the best time to do that. spare change, Altoids tin can on the middle part. Make sure you always carry a mint, guys, because when you're, in my case, when you gotta smooch your wife, when you say hello, make sure your breath stays fresh. That's just the keys. The good thing about the center panel on the Rams is sorry, let me just remove this. This turns to another seat, so it's kind of nice. That's what makes it like a 6-seater, including the driver kind of thing. Anyway, on the inside console, I just bought a, this is just a divider you can get on Amazon. Nothing fancy, it just gives you more of an organizational option. Just a bunch of chargers for our phones, nothing too fancy. I do keep a microfiber cloth in here for glasses and all that fun stuff, iPhone screens. Make sure you have one of like those, the one that plugs in the cigarette lighter to charge. In this case, trucks usually have like a, even though the car's not running, you can leave this unplugged and it charges through the battery. Just don't forget to pull it out. That's what she said. Anyway, so it doesn't drain your battery. So I always keep that on the middle, and then I just have some spare sunglasses. I do wear glasses, but in case I'm wearing contacts, I have a glasses for that as well. I'm kind of light sensitive. I get headaches, so sunglasses is my thing. And then on the middle one, I just have some wet wipes because you have kids. I have a bigger one that's an actual wipes for kids right there, or sometimes on the side. I'll show you more later. This is just some dude wipes, you know, keep it clean. More microfiber cloths and mainly cleaning stuff. It's, you know, being hygienic is one of the good things that man should be proud of, at least in my opinion. And then, sorry, I'm trying to do this one hand. And then on this left side, where I keep like a med kit, where it's just a bunch of, you know, laxatives and Tums and, you know, like Advils and all that stuff. It's labeled. I got this tin can in Amazon. You can buy this a pack of 6 or something. And then I just have a boo-boo kit. This is, you know, like bandages and Neosporin. This is just for quick boo-boos. This is not like a full med kit that I have in there. But yeah. And then after that, I just keep a set of contact lenses. Because I do snowboard, and you know, when you wear goggles, it sucks wearing glasses inside of a goggles, even though they make lenses and prescription goggles. But I prefer wearing contacts, even though I don't like touching my eyeballs. Just extra lip balm. That's pretty much it. Just more of a meds area. And then I don't drink coffee, but if we do a long drive, I keep a caffeine tablet to keep you awake. This usually I put like beanies in here, but you know, this is our family truck too, so if the wife decides to put stuff, at least they have a room. And this for entertainment, just a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. I like Rubik's Cube and a pack of cards. But that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, pretty not too fancy. This is just what we keep. We'll walk through on the glove box. Nothing too fancy. Wife's stuff. Registration. I do keep a pair of binoculars. So when I was doing a Boy Scout when I was younger, they recommend owning a binocular not just for looking for different vantage point, but to give you, before going to a situation, you can see it from afar. So that stuck to me. So when I got a chance to own a binocular, it doesn't have to be the expensive one. This is just like the cheap one you can buy in Walmart or like those sporting goods store. So yeah, I have a pair of binoculars, and that's what I keep here. This is relatively open because when the wife is the co-pilot, this will be full of white stuff. And I'm not gonna go in depth in there because that's like a different channel kind of thing. So that's pretty much what's inside. Oh, I forgot. this is my sun visor EDC area. So I just have a mirror because this doesn't have a built-in one. This is just a mole panel that goes in the sun visor, and then it has the quick items that you need when you're driving, I guess, or at least when you're in the vehicle camping out or whatever. I have a pair of Sharpie, a zebra pen that counts as a pen, extra flashlight. This truck probably have like 7 flashlights in it in different areas. Just a cheap pry bar, the Heart multi-tool that looks like the one from Big Idea Design. It's like a rip-off version. And then a inflator gauge. I recommend when you get an inflator gauge, you get the one to at least 75 psi, just so when you're airing bigger tires that carries more air, you can actually measure it accurately. And then just all-weather notebook. Fam photos. This is just a cheap lighter, and then a nail cutter when you're grooming yourself while in traffic or whatever, or if you have to pick your nose hairs. That's pretty much it. This is just that, you know, when you're stuck in traffic, this is most of the stuff that you carry with you is going to be in your pocket. It's kind of awkward. I figured this is a free space to do that, so that's why I just utilize this. Plus, most of this stuff is like the one you buy in bulk, and then you don't have anywhere to put it, so that's where I put it. Close neatly, and then I just have a Chum's, what do you call this? Sunglass holder. When you buy a sunglass holder, don't buy the cheap one. Spend money on the decent ones because they snap a lot. They don't account on like the conditions of the inside of a truck when they it gets really hot. So some of the plastic ones get brittle. Anyway, I'll be low on battery, so let me jump in on. I think that's pretty much on the front. Let me jump in on the back for more of the EDC stuff. Alright, welcome to the back row. This is where most of the bulk of the EDC stuff, will be. Starting off is your diaper kit. For all the parents in there, diaper kit consists of a wipe and diapers. Maybe a set of clothes too, but in our case, usually we prepare that before leaving. So this is just an emergency one in case they get poopy in the truckie. Another one, this is a step, it's like a level 2 or step 2 of my first aid inside the truck. The first one, you already saw it, it's just like in a tin can. This one is a little bit of extensive, is that the right word? This has like, you know, tourniquets, bleed stop, some aloe vera and all that stuff, splints. Yeah, I'll probably do a separate video of this. This specific one, I built it with the recommendation from a couple of friends that works in the medical field. I don't work in the medical field, but the reason why I did that is because I'll rather build it from scratch, knowing the stuff that I put in there, rather than buying it pre-made where I have no idea what it is. So, but yeah, that's the whole concept of this. If you need it, you just pull it out. It comes in this nice Velcro thingy that's starting to get loose because, you know, things wore out, and then you just put it back. But yeah, that's our first aid kit for the truck. All right, moving right along. In the back seat, this thing opens, and this is what's in it. By the end of the video, I'll show you some bonus stuff that I put on the truck that you don't really have to have, but I figured that's kind of cool to have it in there, so I'll show you on the end of the video. But we're gonna do this quick. I keep a jump starter for the truck. This is a Noco jump starter. Let me open it one-handed, see if I can do that. And it flipped out. Anyway, so yeah, this is a Noco jump starter. I recommend getting one of this if you have a vehicle, whatever shape and form. This will jump start a diesel engine as well. 1,000 amps of jump starting power. And it's fairly priced. When I got this was $69.99. This was on sale. They go on sale pretty good. This is a GB40, It's been on the truck for almost 8 months, going to a year, maybe more than 8 months. The sole purpose of this is power source or a jump starter in case your battery died. I've used this a couple of times, not for this truck, but for other people that get stuck because they got a dead battery, because they left their light on, or they just have a crappy battery. Yeah, it comes with a cable that goes in there and all that. The only thing that didn't came on this one when I bought it is the case. That's why I bought the separate case that I got from Amazon. But jumper batteries are a must, especially on like a trucks, you know, when you're like doing off-roading or something like that, or cold weather area. So my rule on that one is every time I tune up the car, which is roughly 2,000 miles, I charge it or check if I have enough charge for that one. Moving right along, this is my just-in-case emergency kit. I'm telling you on this video right now, I'll do a separate video of this, but inside of this is where I keep my jumper cable, patch kit, tire patch kit, some fuses, some emergency blankets, and all that stuff. This is Frankenstein from different kits that I add on. Well, the original kit was the just in case. They go on sale on like Christmas on like Walmart and stuff. So this is pretty, I'll say this weighs like 25 pounds, give or take, or maybe 20 pounds. But I'll do a separate video of this, just because this is too in detail on what I keep on it. But yeah, I keep it inside of the truck because if it's outside, like the stuff that I keep on the trunk bed, it's kind of exposed in the elements, and I'll rather have it inside where I have more control, you know. I mean, obviously I have to remove the car seat if I need to, but if you're on that situation, chances are you got to take care of the kids first before you take care of the truck, I think. But yeah, that's that one. Moving along, I just have a hammock that I got from my old job on those employee appreciation day, or you know, when you've been in a company long enough, sometimes they do, like, if it's a nice company, you accumulated points out of, for some reason that I don't remember, and then you can cash it out. This is what I got, a hammock. I figure when you go off-roading or overlanding or stuff like that, that comes in handy. You just find 2 trees and you got yourself a nice hammock setup. I also keep just a cheap Ozark Trail backpacking chair. This is good for tailgating. Not too expensive. The only thing I don't like in this is it doesn't have a drink holder. But if you're going to like festivals and stuff like that, or going to a concert or whatever, at least if it's allowed, you can bring a chair with you. I mean, at least for one person. With that being said, I do have 2 chairs, and mainly because I go fishing, and this is what I carry with me. This is just a stool type chair, and that's mainly for fishing. I've had this longer than that one. I don't have any use for them, so I keep it on the truck, since when I go fishing I take the truck anyway. So that's pretty much it on this side. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. And then I just have a spare hat, and it's just funny, which is most of the people. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. And then here is just one of those picnic thingy that you lay on the grass. So, and this came from other company too. That's like a freebie. I like freebies. I'm cheap, so sue me. This is just so it's when we go to like farmers market, and you know, we hang out on the grass while there's a concert. Comes in handy. At least the kids is not touching the grass, or if the grass is a little damp. I just have a backup hoodie, a Carhartt hoodie. So in case like my wife forgot the hoodie, or there was like a cold snap, at least there's a backup hoodie. That's pretty much it. I'm going to switch on the other side to show you the half side. But yeah. On the driver back side is just my get home bag. I have a different video, or at least I made a video of that already. I'll probably do another one, just more of like a recap on what it is. But it's a get home bag from the word itself. It's designed to get you home, so in case we have to ditch the truck, or let's say I have to grab, I usually just grab this. I think I've only used this once when there was a severe storm and I have to like ride somewhere because my bald tire didn't make it through the snow, so I had to grab that to hitchhike or like ride with a friend. So I have a different video on that one. Check it out. We'll probably post the link as well. But that's married to this thing right here. This is just a pair of hiking boots that's heel high. Is that the right word? It's just for, it's a hiking boots. It's a North Face hiking boots. It's sitting wrapped right now. So, because you know, when you're bugging out or getting home, you know, you gotta have a different footwear if you're not wearing the proper one. But I just keep my hiking boots in here, so in case I feel like going hiking, I'm ready. And then I work in the culinary world, so I just have my knife bag in here. If you guys want to see what's in my knife bag, let me know. I don't think that'll be interesting at all, but in the culinary world, not all kitchens are the same, so as a cook, you gotta be ready. And then last but not the least is just this back moly panel that has a water holder that doubles as like the one you carry when you go hiking, so because you can put like a cell phone in there or whatnot. This used to be a whole set where the first aid kit goes in here, but I find it too kind of like cramped and too crowded, so that's why I just purge it out, keep the one on the bottom, and empty this out. I mean, obviously you can always lash things out in there if you're carrying a firearm and stuff like that, or magazines and stuff. But yeah, so anyway, on the bottom pouch, I only have one thing in here, and that's a walkie-talkie. A set of walkie-talkies, so when we're going off-roading with a buddy, usually most sites is not cellular signal friendly. That's what you use. This is not the expensive one. This is just the one you can buy in like a sporting goods store, but I figure it helps a lot in case, yeah, in communication with different car, if you're carpooling or convoying. I think that's the word. But yeah, that's pretty much what's in the back. This side is empty because, you know, kids usually there's like Hot Wheels in there. So my kid like Hot Wheels. But that's pretty much it. Let me put this all back and I'll show you some bonus items. I don't know if it's interesting on you guys, but I figure it's kind of cool to put it in there just for the fun of it. But yeah, let me show you. Let me switch camera. Okay, the bonus stuff. So I just have this Husky liners on the truck. We live in Utah, so the carpet one didn't work, so we have to switch to this one because you deal with snow, dirt, and rain and all that stuff. So anyway, under here, most of the trucks I guess have like this cooler looking thingy like that. In this case, this is empty, at least on my case, but I've seen people put like ice drinks in it. I've seen people where they build a or buy a safe for this, so make everything kind of like secured, where they put their guns and all that stuff. In my case, this is empty because if we have to use this in a bug out situation, you know, more space means you can haul more stuff that you probably need on that situation. But anyway, on this side it's empty. But the fun fact about this is, remember, oh god, I'm sorry, it's hard to do this with one hand. The jump starter, it fits great, but obviously it's hard to grab it when in case of an emergency and all that, but that's why I keep it on that side. Maybe I'll just keep it there. You know what, I decided to keep it there. Now the good thing is there's another one on that side. Let me show you. All right, I put it back. What's this? Piece of trash. On this side, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get this. All right, on this side, I keep an emergency food stash with my old backpacking pots and pans. I'll show you that in a second, but I have this. Oh, it's a stove base, and just something to purify water, so in case you get stuck, there's an emergency food in here, enough for 2 people. And these foods are like the one it's the Ready Wise brand, where you just boil water, put it in there. It's like dehydrated meals. I just have some Kirkland, this is from Costco, water stuff. So I have at least a source of water. This is not like a 72-hour food ration and stuff. This is just like in case you get snowed in, or you're really hungry from a hike and decided, you know what, the nearest restaurant is like 4 hours away or whatever. At least the truck have it. And this is, you can build your own. You don't have to do what I did. You can always make your own water bottles with the amount of water bottles you probably have in the house. But it's kind of cool. Let me show you my stove setup. So this is my stove setup that's in. So I just have this piece of plywood that I just have as a stock, and then this is just a backpacking pots and pan kit. When you decide to do something like I did, where I put like an emergency food, don't get the isobutane, I think that's what it's called. Get one of this pocket stove with fuel tabs. One is this performs good inside the truck when temperature varies, because the isobutane one, even though they're in a nice canister, there's a chance that it might explode. So that's why I keep just one of these like pocket stove, so I could just boil the water that I need for that thing, and problem solved. And they run on this fuel tabs that stinks. I don't know, they're made with animal fat or whatever, but they stink. That's why they're individually wrapped. So I just thought it was funny to make like an emergency food stash, because like I said, if you get snowed in, or you're off-roading and you get stuck waiting for help, this helps a lot. So inside of it, this is just inside of this is just a spoon and fork, like a spork kit, so you can do some eating. Unused, that's why it's still sealed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then just a spare lighter. One of this fuel tabs is just extra, so in case I have to boil water if I'm stuck in snow and I need to purify it, this works too. One of these tabs burn for 12 to 15 minutes, and it's long enough to boil at least a cup of water. That's enough for your food. So I just thought it was cool, and I don't know the right adjective. I think it's a pretty good idea to build one of this inside your truck, so in case you get stuck, you can cook food. So yeah. Sorry about the lighting. But that concludes the truck tour of the EDC ones. Hopefully you find it inspirational. I know my camera skills suck and my voice is all coldy. But the purpose of this video is to kind of inspire people to be on this kind of like thinking, where everything you need as an emergency or anything that kind of helps you on a day-to-day basis, you keep it in your truck or in your vehicle specifically, so you can move on helping others, or just getting yourself out of a situation where you didn't want to be in the first place, because accidents happen. That's just part of life. If you have any questions or any recommendation, let me know in the comments. I like reading them, bad ones and good ones. I find it funny. So that's pretty much it on the video. So peace.